Team Fortress 2. It's an almost 16-year-old game that almost never ceases to amaze me. I've played it on and off for the past 5 or 6 years, and I've had some good times playing it. But recently, I've not been playing much of it, mostly because of the other things going on in my life. As you may know, I made this video about my vintage Lego PC, in which I installed Windows XP on it, and a very good system for its time. Looking at Windows XP's minimum system requirements, you can see that my PC met the standards needed to perform reliably without any upgrades. But then, an idea struck. Could I run Team Fortress 2 on the absolute minimum requirements listed on its Steam page? The page says that TF2 requires any Windows above Windows XP, a 1.7 GHz CPU, 512 MB of RAM, 15 GB of hard drive space, and a DirectX 8.1 capable graphics card. I had pretty much all these components except for a 1.7 GHz CPU and 512 MB of memory, which would set me back roughly $15 on eBay. But I did have a 1.6 GHz CPU and 1 GB of RAM, so that had to do. This computer right here has the 1.6 GHz Pentium 4 CPU, 1 GB of DDR 333 MHz RAM, a 40 GB IDE hard drive, a NVIDIA GeForce 6200 256 MB GPU that is DirectX 8.1 capable, and a Windows 7 Pro installation. Surely this would be easy, right? Right? The first thing I noticed is that Steam lies. Apparently you cannot run Steam on Windows XP since they dropped support for it in 2019. And when trying to download TF2 on my Windows 7 machine, Steam said it needed 24 GB instead of 15 to fully install the game. I didn't have 24 GB available since the Windows 7 installation left me with only 22 GB of free space to spare, just out of reach to fully install TF2. At this point, things were starting to seem a bit impossible, so I then went full jank mode and proceeded to install TF2 onto a 32 GB SD card. This took a while since I was running on USB 1.1, which can only transfer 12 megabits per second. This is not megabytes, that would be a bit faster, but no. A few days, 5 crashes, and a lot of troubleshooting later, and I finished installing it. Now all I had to do was run it. So let's try to run TF2 now. Alright. It's the moment of truth, doesn't actually launch. Running. So it's running, but I don't see anything yet. It should take only a couple minutes. Right? Right? Oh. Looks like we downscaled the resolution a bit. And we got a pop-up. What is this? Oh, that was the valve noise on. That was the valve noise that just came through. Oh gosh, no. No, I don't want this to happen right now. Cancel, no, I don't want to run out of memory, no. This is not the end, no. 1 gig is enough. I've done it before, I can do it again. No. Get out of here. Oh my god. Please. 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 You've come all this way. Just for this error message. Run out of memory. Here we go. What just happened? What? What? No. So you tell me it just closed all of a sudden? No. You can't do this to me. I have credentials. No. No. Oh, why? Oh. If this is the case, then it definitely won't run off 512 megabytes. So 512 megabytes is not enough to run TF2 on minimum system requirements. So it's officially, we've debunked it so far, but let's just try to get it working on the lowest we can.